All right, I'm just gonna share a couple things that I heard. I don't remember if I shared the one video. I'll have to look for it. That this person put that warned us a couple days ago, like 3 days ago, that three government people that she knows all emailed her separately and told her that in a couple weeks they would have a 2 week shutdown. Well, we saw it already start this weekend with all the theme parks and airlines to different countries and businesses, and then even schools. I personally have a brother-in-law that works for uh, LA Unified School District in an elementary school, and they are out of school till April 20th, which is a month. So, and that's just tentative. Well, this article here says this is a very bad one. Trump issues new guidelines to stem coronavirus spread. He recommends avoiding gatherings of more than 10 people, and also urged Americans to avoid eating and drinking at bars and restaurants. So if I'll leave a link to this article, you could read it. It's from politico.com. And then, he's saying that if there's too much fear and panic buying and stuff, it says the president acknowledged that the crisis, which has already killed thousands around the world and set off a plunge of world markets, could last until July or August and even plunge the nation into a recession. Okay, so he's hoping that if we take the next 2 weeks, it will help curb the effects, the outbreaks of coronavirus. Here, Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, said that while some people may perceive the guidelines as inconvenient or going too far, they reflect a deteriorating assessment of the containment efforts and should be taken seriously. And he has, if you look his name up, he has some videos out on YouTube also where he's saying that, he says it's going to get worse. So, all the more reason to not go crazy, but to pray and have faith in Jesus, but prepare. So way back at the beginning of when I was on YouTube here, because I started in September 2013, being prepared versus having fear. There's a video here. I got 10 thumbs downs. Okay, 14 thumbs up. So anyways, I put on here new information just in that I found. Perhaps this is what the Lord informed me about that is coming 10/24/13. He said that hard times are coming and birth pains will increase in regards to hard times. So we're seeing that now for sure. And so if you go to my station or my channel, not my station, and you type in, if you go to the search box at the right side of my page and you type in prepping this, I have 33 videos all the way from October 2013 till January 11, 2020. So looking at them, they'll be listed in order. Why prepping is biblical, miscellaneous supplies to prep, along with food and water, vitamins, remedies, and medicine. Should we prepare for the unseen? Should we rely on God for our daily food or work for it? So why I prepare, God told me to. Please seek him on this yourself. Are you ready for what is coming? I share a couple other people's videos in here. I have rabbits and chickens. I still have them. And then going down, someone's video got deleted here. It's a private video. So these were lately. I have a video here, things you can do, sharing why you should prep and how I did, and just making use of small spaces for gardening. That's the number one key thing. You can't get if you can't obtain a lot of necessary food items that you can put away in case we're in this situation till summertime, and then if the economy crashes, it's even worse, and the food's going to be astronomical, then buy seeds now because you can always plant. Okay, even if you have to put up a small greenhouse if you're in colder areas, or you know, make it so that it's partial shade if you're in too sunny of an area. This my little garden is in the side of my house, between the house and the fence, and the dogs can't get to it. So um, it's always good to have a garden. And I can even grow parsley, which grows well here for my rabbits. I can grow lettuce and parsley, and so I had a word: no home, no food, no water. And let's see. So yeah, you could peruse those there. I have a little folder that I started a couple years ago that has no bake recipes. So this is another idea. And if you can't find a lot of stuff at the store, you might be able to find items that you can make other items with. But so flour can go a long way. You can make biscuits, bread, tortillas, um, cake, whatever, gravies. So this one, homemade flour tortillas, like I would just print this out, put it in my notebook. You just need flour, salt, baking powder, lard, which stays at room temperature. You don't have to use a refrigerator for any of these ingredients. Well, yeah, for none of these require refrigeration if the power is out. Water. That's all you need to mix your tortilla dough and then roll them out and heat them up. So I suggest, along with gardening and buying some seeds now, ordering some seeds. A lot of people on eBay sell seeds. You can get like a couple hundred seeds for celery for 99 cents. So just go to eBay, type in organic, non-GMO seeds, and lots of people selling seeds. At least they were when I stocked up on them. I try to buy some every year. If not, go to your local Home Depot, Lowe's, or do-it-yourself uh, business, and look in the gardening section. I'm sure they have seeds already out because it's early spring. Stock up on seeds because you can always grow some lettuce or tomatoes, or some, cucumbers, something. And then this site, sorry, Money Talk News, 7 tips for building an emergency stockpile. And this was just put out at the end of February, conveniently. A pandemic or natural disaster could leave you reliant on your existing food supply. Is your pantry prepared? So what the messengers, God's messengers, the end time messengers, are the watchmen and watchwomen. We've been putting these messages out for years, and I know this is like not the only thing that's going to happen to us, this virus. There's going to be a plethora of other things. There's going to be natural disasters. There's like earthquakes and great storms that are going to cause havoc and affect farming, thus famine. But then also the economy is going to go up for cost of items that are harder to get, as well as the economy is going to eventually crash. We see that in Revelation 6. So this that was put out at the beginning of when, we're getting more concerned about the coronavirus is here. So set a goal and get started. Jot down a list. I actually have a list on one of my videos, or you can email me or send me a message or leave me your email and I'll send you the list of what you should stock up on. However, make plans, figure out where you're going to store things. Um, they say prepare for 72 hours up to 1 or 2 weeks. I say at least 6 months or a year. Prioritize water and store it safely, especially if there's no way to get water. If there's power outages, you want to be able, your water's not going to be coming into your house if the power goes out and they can't pump water. So water storage, wells, means of obtaining water and disinfecting it. Buy in bulk. So if you buy peanut butter, instead of buying the small jars on sale for $2.29 or whatever it is, think about getting the bigger jars because it doesn't go bad, doesn't need to be refrigerated. Get the bigger jars that are like $5 or $6. It's gonna last further. Here's some tasty and nutritional foods. They say you want protein, you want some food items that are, higher quality vitamin items like dried fruit. And then also you can get canned vegetables and fruit. You can get frozen, but again, if the power goes out, so you can do dry foods, crackers and cereals, and granola bars and such. Although the best buy date doesn't last as long. Okay, nuts and trail mix, dried fruit, like I said, canned meats and vegetables and fruit, or soups and chili. You can get dehydrated ones as well. You can get powder packages to make sports drinks that have higher electrolytes and some sugar in it. So you can mix with your water, or you can even buy canisters of, you know, I forget the name of it now, but the orange drink, Tang, or powdered milk mix, and then spices so that you can add that. They don't have rice on here, rice and beans, but dry foods, but sugar, salt, and pepper again, and then also maybe some oil, some cooking oil, and lard. Sorry, the dogs are, I think my husband's home. Then they say seeds for sprouting. Okay, and then rotate your rations. Buy foods that you would normally eat, and then just eat through them and keep storing new food behind it. So here's the list I had that I was telling you about. Talks about water, types of food. There's some links to sites that I usually buy from or use. Fire starting methods, shelter, cookware, energy, clothing, survival equipment, first aid, hygiene, tools, weapons, backpacks, important documents to have ready to leave in case of an emergency. Vehicles, have your vehicles ready. Bartering items, and then have an A, B, C, and D plan. Bugging in is usually where people want to stay, but sometimes that doesn't work. So if you have a group, let them know what your other plans are. And yeah, so if you need a list, but basically that's the gist of it. So you just need to pray and be ready for the days ahead. God bless.